Hey guys, Len here. How's it going tonight? I want to make this video because I want to help you guys understand what's happening in this video Fish posted of his daughter in a very high level jiu-jitsu competition, she being a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu and her opponent being a black belt. It's high level stuff, and if you don't understand grappling, you may look at it and say, well, that looks cool, but I really don't understand what's happening. That's what I'm here to do. And I think I'm uniquely qualified to help you with this because I am a jiu-jitsu practitioner with several championships under my belt, both in gi and no gi competition. And not only that, I am a ring announcer for a couple of different MMA promotions.
Now that we have all of tonight's business out of the way, Superior, Wisconsin, are you ready? On the card tonight, we have 14 total fights.
And as such, I have seen hundreds and hundreds of fights that include high-level jiu-jitsu, and so I know exactly what's going on. Even I'm not high-level myself, but I know the movements, I know what's going on, and I want to help you understand it because it's freaking cool. It's freaking cool, and I want you to get it. And maybe you might go visit your local MMA academy or jiu-jitsu gym and start training yourself. So, enough of the jibba jabba. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we have just the walkouts and stuff. So unfortunately, I'm just doing a voiceover for this. I've tried this a couple different ways. And so I'm just going to basically commentate this. And so this is Fish's daughter, who from here on out will be the Guppy. Because what else would you call the daughter of a fish but a guppy? Or a fry. Isn't a baby fish a fry? Guppy fry. And she's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is super legit. And her opponent is a black belt. And she's coming out to the ring now. And having seen this fight a few times now, I think I can go through this and help you make sense of it. So they're going to come out right away and start hand fighting. Hand fighting is a really important way to establish control of your opponent. If you control the wrists, it helps you to control either the hips or the head, which is what you want to do. And so they start with a hand fighting, and right away what you see is a guard pull from the Guppy. She puts her right hook inside the leg and she pushes through, and she's controlling the head now, and she's keeping that knee up as a defensive fence or a defensive gate. And she's keeping both knees in front of her opponent so she can't pass her guard. Now what you see here is what's called a high guard. She's brought the left knee up over the head. And I wonder, I wish I could pause this because there's so much I'd like to say. She should be driving her left foot down into the back of her opponent more strongly, but it's hard because her opponent is driving forward and putting pressure on, and she's trying to do a bus driver pass. I can tell by the way she's grabbing the legs, but that hammer lock she has, that the Guppy has there on the left shoulder of her opponent, makes it impossible. That is a gable grip that is very, very strong, and it's hard to break. And now she's working she's really just threatening an armbar here. And it's not that it's an illegitimate threat, it's just a difficult spot. And here you see that she gets back to guard. And this is very good for her opponent. This is where she wants to be. She needs to stay square with her, but she makes a critical mistake here and pops up. And this is something you shouldn't do inside someone's guard. Keep yourself down, because otherwise this is the kind of thing that happens. You get Kimura'd. She's controlling the right wrist. You can't see it from this side, but her right hand is holding her opponent's left wrist, and she reached under the arm, swept her, and now she has a Kimura grip here, which is a really tough shoulder lock. And she needs to really, what the Guppy needs to do here is she needs to really be sucking in that right foot into the hip of her opponent, and because she kind of leaves it a little loosey-goosey there, she actually ends up in a half guard. She didn't drive her weight forward enough there, but that's okay. She still has Good control. She's in what's kind of an annoyance half guard. It's not a threat half guard. It's really not even going to help escape. It's a distraction. And she's experienced enough. She's putting a lot of pressure. See how she's laying on her opponent's chest? You know, she is in the pressure cooker. That's called cooking the beans. And she looks down, checks on her opponent. You okay? You okay? Yeah, you're okay. All right, well, let me just rip my leg out of here and get to side control, which she's going to do right here in a second. And right there. So she's in side control, and now she gets to a north-south control. And if you watch the WWF in the 90s, Rikishi did this move. It's called the stink face. But we're just going to pretend I didn't say that. And so she's maintaining control of that arm. You control the shoulders, you control the head, you control the whole body. And that's kind of the key to jiu-jitsu, is controlling your opponent's body and imposing your will on them. And that's what she's doing here. It's like, how do you steer a horse, right? You put a bar through their mouth, tie reins to it, and you turn their head. People are no different. So she's maintaining shoulder control here, putting pressure down, and she's just being really patient. There's no rush for her here. And her opponent, what she needs to be doing here is just trying to drive her back to the mat. But driving to your left side is the opposite of what she wants to do, because she just made the Guppy's job really easy here. And what the Guppy would like to do here is to kind of get her knee into her opponent's ribs and drive some pressure, but she doesn't want to risk the position. There, she tried it, but she doesn't want to give up position, which is smart. Position before submission. You have to maintain your position. So she's just staying heavy. All of her weight is pivoting on her shoulders. Now she steps over and she's going to start working the arm bar here. And here's what you're going to see is, notice she's not just fighting for the left arm, although the left arm is what she's going to submit. She's going to gather the whole package here. She's going to see how she gathers even the left hand. She gathers the left hand together with the right hand. She starts to lean back, and there she is grabbing it again. Because she did that. She lost grip strength. She got the arm bar. She got the submission. Great job, Guppy. High-level stuff. Hope you liked it. Please subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.